Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3, back with another trading card video. This time not stuff I'm selling, but stuff I bought. As you can see, I haven't fully removed it from the package. I took it out of the envelope that had my name and P.O. box on it. But yeah, I kind of want my reactions to these to be first thing. Like, I've kind of seen pictures, but you know, having stuff in hand's just a different experience. So if you've been following this channel for a while, you might know I'm a huge Universal Monsters fan. I've reviewed all the main ones, at least. And this is a complete card set, the Universal Monsters 1991 Impel Trading Card Treats Complete 6-card set. Yeah, complete set, just 6 cards. So it'll fit very well onto just like one page in a binder with a different trading card set in it. Save me a lot of room. But yeah, it was pretty good. I did a best offer for it. Got it for $5.50. Yeah, I love my monsters. I'm doing this with one hand because my tripod is in my hobby shed, and I haven't been out to my hobby shed in a while because all my cards, I took them from my hobby shed and moved them into these drawers here. So I haven't been out in my hobby shed much because most of my time spent after work or on days off, I'm getting cards ready for sale. Everything you see right there hasn't been listed yet. It certainly has been by the time you see this. A lot of Pokemon, a good bit of Dragon Ball Super, and some Power Rangers. But yeah, time for the big reveal. Oh, reveal. Oh, and they're backwards. Alright, so let's put that to the side. I'll reuse that for one of my shipments. Yeah, let's do a flip-a-roo. First up, the creature from the Black Lagoon. The chain-breaking wet boy. What? It's from something about the National Safe Kids campaign? I don't know what that is. I wasn't alive in 91. I didn't fall out of my mom until 94. Do you like how I had to think about what my birth year was for half a second? Yeah, he's looking a little chunky in the chin area. But it's still pretty cool, glaring right at me with those big old yellow swamp eyes. And then we have, oh, actually a Bride of Frankenstein card. This is the scene from the end of Bride of Frankenstein, where he goes up to her like, friend, and she, a creature just like him, is horrified by him. She has that goose hiss later. What a wonderful film. Love Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah, let's put that up there. Back to the vertical cards, we have our Lon Chaney Jr. Wolfman, Lawrence Talbot. This one looks pretty good. I like these drawings. They're spooky, but they're also fun, you know? Really enjoying that. He's like jumping off a cliff with the full moon, you know, behind him. It's pretty cool. I'm digging that one. I'm digging this wolfy boy of sorts. Oh, next up we got the whole team, a real House of Dracula, House of Frankenstein feel. I wish there would have been more House ofs, and I really wish the Mummy and the Invisible Man would have been brought into the House ofs. You know, because we never got to see them interact with the other monsters. Like, yeah, the Invisible Man is at the end of the Abbott and Costello one, but my point still stands because it's for like 2 seconds and he doesn't interact with any of the other monsters. But we got our Lugosi Dracula and stuff there, and our Karloff Mummy, even though Karloff only played the Mummy once and it was usually played by other people, one of which was Lon Chaney Sr., who also played Frankenstein's monster, I think, and definitely played Son of Dracula. Yeah, that's a cool one. Just the whole team all together, being buds, being spooky. I think they were going to make a film called Dark Universe that was basically going to be just like the old House ofs where all the monsters team up, but they canceled it because they canceled that whole cinematic universe. Even though I was really excited for it, they really fucked it because they kept trying to make their monsters superheroes instead of monsters. Yeah. So that's that. Moving on from... I'll show you the backs after, by the way. Next up we got Lugosi, my favorite actor of all time. Bela, coming through the curtains, creeping up to the woman's bedside to bite her upon her neck and make her life his. Yeah, can you tell I've seen Dracula a lot? I really love just... I love Bela Lugosi. I love Dracula. I got the audiobook. I've got comics. I've got trading cards. Multiple versions of just this specific Dracula movie. I adore it. I adore that card. I think that card's actually my favorite one so far. With a little bias, of course. Then we have the Mummy, kind of the Boris Karloff-y mummy. Getting mixed signals from this one because the only ornate sarcophagus like that in the movie is the one for his long dead love, but that's obviously the face of a man, implying it's his, even though his wasn't as ornate, if I remember correctly. Then again, maybe it was. But even then, he came out of it in a tent. And not in an Egyptian ruin. And if it was the one of his long-lost love, he still didn't encounter it until he was in what, like a more civilized part of Egypt, I think. Oh well. But yeah, that is the Karloff mummy, who we never actually get to see him move around in the wrappings makeup, sadly. We just see, like, the wraps dragging behind him and him kind of still, his hand move a bit. But, yeah, that's it. That's the whole set. I'm going to take a look at the back. Oh, yep, it's got facts and bad jokes as well. You might say he likes to drive them batty. Christ, I love it. I love the cheesiness of these cards. Just taking horror movies that were completely played straight and were actually horrifying for adults in like the 30s and 40s and the 50s. I didn't forget about you, creature. And then just making them these kids cards with the bad jokes. I love it. I adore that energy so much. These are so cool. Here's the team one. It's just got a picture of Frankenstein's monster on the back. Huh. Mummy 1932. Yeah, I actually could name the release dates of all of these, except Bride of Frankenstein. I always want to say 1934. Every time I want to say 1934 when I say Bride of Frankenstein. And then the Mummy I can just never remember. I can just straight up never remember the date the Mummy came out, ever. Ever. I don't know. Let's take a look at the back of the creature. This one is really only lumped into the Universal Monsters because of its success, because these came out after the Universal Monster films, and all these other ones, like even the more scientific ones, like Frankenstein and the Invisible Man. By the way, notice that the Invisible Man is noticeably absent from this set. He is. And I feel like if you had to have a choice between the creature from the Black Lagoon and the Invisible Man, I think profit-wise, most people would pick the creature from the Black Lagoon because it's super recognizable, and it's an original monster. It's based on like an urban legend, but it's an original monster that Universal made, while the others are all like public domain. I think Bride actually is also owned by Universal, but the rest are public domain, because like werewolves just in general are public domain. Maybe not that specific Lawrence Talbot. And then the concept of a living mummy isn't owned by Universal either. anyone can make that. But Creature from the Black Lagoon, like, you legit got a license, the Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's very recognizable. I see why people would do it, but, like, from the standpoint of someone who almost doesn't even really consider the creature one of the Universal monsters, because it doesn't happen like during the times the others do, and it's full sci-fi, no supernatural. All the others are either partly or fully supernatural. I'm just like, the creature kind of doesn't fit in. He just kind of doesn't fit in with the rest of them at all. But hey, that's the way the news goes. I am happy they included Bride of Frankenstein as the Frankenstein card. If you're only going to have one Frankenstein card, I think Bride was indeed the way to go. And then our Lawrence Talbot Wolfman. So yeah, that's it. That is the complete card set. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I do want to buy other cards. There are some dinosaur and other Universal Monster cards that I've been looking at, like this Universal Monster sticker card set. That's a much larger set, you know. And I still need to do complete set videos of some old Godzilla trading cards. I need to do complete set videos of Power Ranger trading cards. I need to do a complete set video of... well, I really need to do a complete set video, honestly, of lots of sports cards. And I need to complete my King Kong cards so I can do that. Plus I got complete sets of Marvel cards and stuff. I got a lot of cards, guys. So you'll see more videos of cards that aren't for sale coming soon. These are not for sale. I didn't buy them as an investment. If they're worthless, these are probably always going to be relatively worthless, right? I got these for less than $1 a card. Which is what I'm selling all my Power Ranger cards for, by the way. $1 a card. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. So yeah, you'll see more stuff of my collection. Because, like, I got boxes behind me right now just full of cards that I'm keeping and I want to show off, but never have on YouTube. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. And I'll see you all next time. Remember to stay spooky.